In this video, we are going to try to solve this linear system by substitution. The method requires you to find a connection between the two variables. For example, express y in terms of x or express x in terms of y. In this particular case, it'll be easier to express x in terms of y. Once you do that, you are going to substitute that expression you got in for x, which will allow you to get y. Once you find y, in that connection between x and y, you will be able to substitute it and find x. There are so many steps here, just hold on. Let's start with solving the first equation for x. Let me rewrite it. X minus 4y equals negative 10. Let us solve this for x. We need to isolate it. We need to have x by itself, okay? It doesn't want anybody else there. To do that, we will add 4y to both sides. That will cancel it on the left-hand side and move the 4y term to the right-hand side. And that will give us the connection between x and y, negative 10 plus 4y. Now, I've seen students trying to combine these two terms, the negative 10, and then they see plus 4, and they think that that's negative 6y. No, it's not. The negative 10 doesn't have a y, and when you add it to a term that has a y, they cannot be combined. Okay, this is our connection between x and y, and we are going to substitute that into the second equation. And then we're going to do a lot of algebra from here. Negative 3, instead of x, we are going to substitute what we just found, the connection, negative 10 plus 4y. Okay, then you will still have plus 4y equals to 14. Okay, next step. Oh, sorry. Keep moving it around. Next step is to distribute that negative 3 to each term. Take negative 3, distribute it to the first term, distribute it to the second term. That will give me negative 3 times negative 10. That's positive 30. Then negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Y. That's not going away anywhere. And then plus 4y equals 14. The next step is to combine like terms. This one says negative 12y. This one says plus 4y. Now, to combine these terms, start with negative 12 and add 4 to that. Negative 12 plus 4 is 8. That would give you negative 8y. I'm sorry, negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8, right? Okay, 30 minus 8y equals 14. Okay, now to solve this for y, we want to isolate it. In order to isolate it, you first have to get rid of that 30 by subtracting it from both sides. So negative 30, subtract 30 from both sides. That'll cancel it here. And then we will have negative 8y equals, now these two terms you can combine because they are just numbers. 14 minus 30, that's negative 16. The last step to solve for y is divide both sides by negative 8. And that gives me y equals 2. All right, because negative 8 and negative 8 will cancel. And that gave me the y value. But in order to solve, you also have to get the x value. How are you going to get it? Well, you're going to go back to your connection between x and y. And you are going to plug in this value of y into the connection. And that's how you will get x. We will get x equals negative 10 plus 4 multiplied by 2. Okay? Remember, multiplication always comes first. 4 times 2 is 8, and that'll give me negative 10 plus 8, which is negative 2. I think my solution is negative 2, 2. Remember to list x first, followed by y. Okay, I think that's the answer. Now, I also had to type that equation, the connection equation, which was negative 10 plus 4y in this blank. Now, I want to check to see if my solution, negative 2, 2, is that really a solution? What if I messed up? Let's open Desmos scientific calculator. And we are going to type the left-hand side of each equation, replacing the variables by empty parentheses. Okay, now that I did that, I'm going to stick x equals negative 2 and y equals 2 into the first equation, and I'm going to do exact same thing for the second equation. Now, I am looking for a match, right? So when you look over here, you can see that this negative 10 is matching with this negative 10. Okay, now 14 matches 14 also. And because it matches, both of them match, I am sure I got this correct.